What's up, everybody? This is DTM coming at you one more time. It is Monday. I feel refreshed. I took the week off last week. I hope you missed me. And if you're watching this now on the replay, well, I hope you get a chance to catch up to all the good things that are happening in 2021 and coming up in 2022. My name is DTM Delta Tango Mike. I just put together these overlays real quick. I think it's okay. I don't know. I think I like that little sketching and drawing shield on the bottom over there. Is that to my right? But it's on the left side of the screen. In any case, it's pretty cool. I like it. And I want to welcome all of you for hanging out another day with me. Another live stream. It is Monday. On Mondays, we draw with Sketchable. And starting in 2022, we're keeping that Sketchable stream on Mondays only. No more 1st and 15th. It's just going to be Mondays. And I missed out on December 1st. I'm sorry about that. And that's because it was my vacation last week. I took a week off. The wife and I, we went to Miami to hang out with a bunch of other artists. We had a good time and just saw the city. And we've been there before during Art Basel. And so nothing's changed. Just a couple more names. And and it's amazing. It's a city full of art for one whole week. Artists are superstars. Can you believe that? Can you believe that there's such a world out here? There's such a place in this world where artists are celebrated. Amazing. Amazing. I love it. I love it. So that is what I was doing last week. I hope you had a good time on these last few days. I think Tamika did stream on Thursday, and Odari was streaming on this weekend. I know he was. What's up to CJ and Odari joining us here in the Behance. And on the Discord, we got Oscar. How you doing, Oscar? Welcome, welcome. And there'll be some folks coming in and coming out as we get on this stream. First announcement I want to start with is that all my streams starting to today should have started today, but starting Wednesday or tomorrow, they're all at 7 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 o'clock. That's Eastern Standard Time. Here on the East Coast will be 7 o'clock when I go live. And the reason is because I want to have a consistent schedule. And sometimes I think about 6 or 8 o'clock to go live and 7. And so it's like, let me just do it the same time every day, 7 o'clock. And so that's going to be easy to remember and keep track of. So stay tuned for more live streams on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. And if you're a subscriber, 7 o'clock on Tuesdays is when we get to hang out. And if you're a subscriber, which there's a link in the description of this video, I want you to know that you can join me on some one-on-one sessions. That's what you're paying me the big bucks for. There is a link to the subscription page here on Behance to subscribe to DTM's exclusive vector content. I need to fix the wording on that because it's called Vector Maestros. And there is there's a tab in my Behance profile where you can click on it and subscribe for only $10 a month. Very cheap. Master the pen tool and explore your creativity when it comes to vector artwork. All right, so let's go ahead and hop on to the next thing today. Let's go ahead. Boom. Let me show you my table here. And I am going to break out a couple of things. I also bought some things last week that I did not have up here. They're in the basement. But today I went ahead and bought another tabletop easel from Amazon. This one's like 25 bucks, something like that. And I need it because I did some arranging here on the desk, on the table. And so I was able to move one of those computers that I have on this table. I moved it downstairs to the basement. I'm going to show you the basement one of these days. Once it's a little bit more finished, but I do have 2 computers down there. One of the computers is very strong and will support streaming. And so I moved my Cintiq down there. So my Cintiq is in the basement. And so what I have going on here on my desk is one of these tabletop, but it That one. Oh, come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. That's right. That's no more on my desk. How you do it. And for those of you who want to take a stab at streaming, not that hard to do. Just a few little things to keep in mind every now and then. But other than that, it's real easy. As you can see, I just did some switching around. So anyway, here's a tabletop. It's called a desk easel. I have another one over here to the left. There it is right there. This is my iPhone. All in the way. I got a lot of room here. I like it. So here's another tabletop or desk easel. And this one has the Surface book that we're going to draw with today. I also have some Ethereum Tezos stories to tell, and NFT stories. So this is going to be a nice, cool stream tonight. And I have to draw. I'm going to be drawing. In any case, I already have one, right? So there's the tabletop, and I put some black tape on it. The black tape is right here. I used some regular black tape to tape it so that it didn't look like this. So let's go ahead. But I need two, right? What? I don't really need two. I want two because one of the easels is going to have the Surface, and the other easel is going to have the iPad. So the iPad is here. So that way I can just switch the iPad or the Surface, but they still have a place to sit. Go ahead and open this up. Boom. What's in here? Got it. And there it is. That's it. It's just a little easel. It has a little drawer. There it is. It has a palette for you to put your paint in. So if you're that kind of paint, sit there, get your paint together. And the drawer has sections. But this is the part that matters to me. And let me see what's down here. Okay, those are the feet. Got it. And so, oh. Go, boom. And see, this little part latches on to one of these little nooks right here. I don't know what you call them. And then bam. And so then you're able to put a painting here, start drawing and painting. So that's what this is cool for. So instead of using it this way, what I'm going to do is set my iPad right here like this. Bam. This is how you would draw. And then you have, I still share my screen. So I'm going to definitely, I do have a cord that connects it. And what I don't like though is that this lip drops down like this. So one of the adjustments that I'm going to make is number one is tape this lip down like this. So it still has that blocking, but it's not sticking out. And I'm going to grab this easel and stick it like this right here. Yeah, something like that. And then tape it all over again. Tape it just like I did this one that's on this side. So that way it's just a solid thing. So this one's not ready for prime time yet. It just got here. It actually got here like an hour ago. And so this is how it's going. Things are going to sit right. Bam, just like that. So there, another easel, so that you can draw with your iPad or Surface or whatever device on your desk. And let me tell you, I'm a hoarder, so I have to have everything I have. And because what does lady say? It gives me joy. But one thing to keep in mind is that when you're drawing on these devices, they're made for handheld, and I do have a smaller iPad, and this one's much smaller. And so it's easy to hold and sit there and draw. Even one of the Surfaces is easy to hold and draw, but your hand's going to get tired. That hand that's holding it is going to get tired, all right? Your elbow, your shoulder, however you're sitting is going to get tired. And an hour or two later, you're going to feel good about your drawing, but your body's going to ache and be like, what happened? And so you want to avoid that fatigue. You have to avoid that fatigue, which is why some of these online stores are selling these devices. There's these tabletop desk things where your iPad just fits right on, right? And so those are cool. except that I want to charge $150. I understand things cost money, and I'm not opposed to spending money to get the things that I want, but $150, and it's just a piece of plastic where your device just fits right into the hole, and and so to me it's like nah. It's easier to just go ahead and get you a tabletop easel or desk easel. What up, Taquan? How you doing? Joining us on Facebook. And Stampy Wolf says $150. Yes, hello, how you doing? Welcome, joining us from YouTube. Yeah, so I found these to be very effective, very good. So now I get to have two of them on my desk, so I can always switch one device over the other, and that makes sure that the device is not just sitting on my table, just sitting down. It has a place. Everything has a place. And I'm the kind of person that I have a lot of junk, but it's organized junk. Everything has to have a place. Looking at the designs of these two, and the one I have right now in front of me is bigger. So I think I just figured out which one I'm gonna keep in front of me. Time. All right, cool. So let's move along to some more news, and the next thing is, as I switch over, boom, to here, is I see Bree joining us on the Discord right now. Welcome, Bree. Please, Bree, tell me that you saw that you was able to log into your MetaMask. Yeah. They're not linking up? Uh-huh. Well, okay, because when you first set up the MetaMask and the OpenSea, it was one account that was tied together, right? Because when I sent you your NFT, you see it in your OpenSea, right? Okay. Because that's where I sent you money to, man. The special words. Right. Oh, hold on.
Bree.
What up, Bree? So, so we're gonna have to solve that mystery, Bree, because your Ethereum that I sent you is connected to the same account as where your NFTs are.
Right. But we'll do it. We'll have to.
Have to take some
When
time.
you got some free time.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll try to solve that
I'm
issue.
I'm not gonna stop your flow right now.
Okay. Cool. But that's something we're gonna take care of, though. Okay. We got
Yes.
to. Yes. Because
Yes.
I can't. There's no way to get that Ethereum back. Gone. It's there. It goes in that place, wherever that is. Right.
Yeah. It was when I looked at the two numbers on the. Well, go ahead with what you were doing.
That's all good. I'm trying to connect my devices here, and it's working. Good. You can keep telling us. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Be right back.
Of course, I would have the account that does the thing that it doesn't do to anybody else.
Technical difficulties. That's all it is. Y'all will handle it. I got mine. Um, but it's probably something minor that we fix. That's all. So,
Yeah, because I had talked to Tom, and Tom said, "Well, you just need to go back and make you another one that's transferred to that." I'm like, Huh? That's a
Before you make a
lot of
brand
stuff.
new baby, you got to deal with the child you already have.
Right,
So
right.
make that one work first before you disown this child. So if it don't work, then you have the new baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he's back.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had to go get a different wire. I got several wires here. I did not expect to do this. That's how it goes sometimes. All right, come on, device. Here it is. That's why it looks black right there. Looks like a black screen because device needs to be connected. Boom. Let's
See,
see.
even they have technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Draw Straw said they were having problems. They had to um stop their stream and wait till today
Oh yeah.
going on or not.
Like that, huh?
Yeah, they said they OBS, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
What's the OBS?
OBS is the app that we
Was
use to to stream with. Huh?
they said it was doing funny things to
Was it funny? Ha
them. It wasn't haha. It was
ha. It was funny. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it works sometimes.
or should I say like Homer Simpson?
Oh.
Do.
Oh. Yeah. Say however you want. Boom. So there it is. Okay, we got the surface online. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, everything's okay. We're fine now. We're okay now. So that's what let's take a look at some of these comments. Oh, we got Garrett in the house. What's up, Garrett? I missed you a little bit. Chuffed myself with myself this evening. I managed to get dropping down my what? Is that a good thing? Odari says I can make it at home for $20. Why would you want to do that, Odari? Unless you like working. I like drawing. I want to just draw. I don't want to make stuff. Mom, the artist in the house saying, hey, all, how you doing? Cool. All right, so in today's agenda, we had the Easel. We unboxed the Easel. That's cool. NFT collab artists are getting payouts right now. This weekend, I spent it doing the math. One math that I forgot to add up. One math that I forgot to add up was how much money have we how much Ethereum have we pulled in from the sales of the NFT Scullies. And so like that. So NFT sales. And writing down my notes, orgs, and then a story on surface. Okay. So I did not do the add up the Ethereum sales. So that's a number that I know it's around the 2 ETH right now. But I did add up how much money we have raised for Art is King and Buttercup theme. Which if you know anything about me, you know that Art is King is our nonprofit organization that my wife and I put together. And Buttercup's theme is the programs that my wife runs to teach young girls how to build robots and to code. And so for Artist King and Buttercup, which is 20% of all sales, and I guess I should tell me how much we raised, it's 0.472 Ethereum. And depending on the time of day or night when you pick up, check on the Ethereum pricing. Ethereum is right now. Ethereum price is 4,357. So a quarter of that is $1,060, 1,070. So that's how much money we have raised, and from the sales of Scullies, we have raised that money for Buttercup and Art is King programs that involve a lot of art business education and robotics and coding for young people. So that's super cool. I appreciate all the hard work that everybody's been doing. If you are a Scully artist, then I have to share with you a what do you call it? Excel spreadsheet where it breaks down all the Scullys, what they've sold for, who's bought them, where they at, who made them, who made which one, and so on and so forth. That way, it's very transparent about what's going on. Cool. So that's that. That's that. I got to say about Ethereum sales. If you got some questions, please let me know. I hear Gareth here in the Discord. Gareth, you have not sold a Scully yet, and that's okay. When the day when one of them sells, you're gonna get your cut. Right? You're gonna be rich. You're gonna be able to drive that Lamborghini down the road. All right. That's the dream.
Or at least keep it in his garage, huh?
There you go. Keep it in your garage, man. Don't let nobody scratch it up. So let's go ahead and move on to what's next. Stompy says that's cool. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Let me tell you guys a story. All right. Did I talk about this story? Remember, but I'll tell you. So here's my desk. Here's my notes and stuff, and got a ton of things. And then cords and wires that I need to connect. But check this out. Let me tell you about this Surface. I know I said this story to Dari probably. And so this Surface Book, it's a older model. It's a Surface Book 2. I always wanted one of these. They got a Surface Book 3, and then this past year, they Microsoft put out the Surface Studio, the Surface Laptop Studio, something like that. I forget. It's super awesome. I want one. Okay, I want one, Microsoft. So let's get to it. In any case, I put it out there the other day. I was like, hey, on Twitter, I was like, hey, why can't Apple or Microsoft sell technology with the cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is an up-to-date technology, and these are up-to-date technology companies. Why are they not offering for you to buy stuff with cryptocurrency? Especially now that I'm selling NFTs, and I'm getting my Ethereum built up. Is like, why can't I buy stuff? So somebody said, calm down, still a work in progress. There's countries, and we didn't mention that. Then there's countries that are already accepting Bitcoin, no day-to-day payment. What's up, Tanya? How you doing? So after I put the word out there, it's like, hey, what's up with this crypto? Why can't I spend it? I was looking on. I was on Facebook in my audio and video. I was on Facebook and I saw this Surface Studio, Surface Book 2. Somebody was selling it. So what I started to do for anything that I've seen on Facebook for sale that people are offering to sell, I went ahead, messages, hey, I'm an NFT artist. I've been selling art for Ethereum. I want to know if you're interested in selling your device, Ethereum. A lot of people have said no, but this guy said yes. He said yes, and he's already into crypto. He already has a lot of Ethereum. I saw his numbers. He has a lot. He doesn't need my Ethereum, but he accepted the purchase with Ethereum because he's already into Ethereum. So that was super cool. And so so we met up. I tested the device. I did the transaction over our phones, boom, boom, and he got his Ethereum. I took the Surface with me and I brought it home. And so it cost .3 Ethereum. Ethereum was really high that week. And so it was not a lot of money that you would think, that you would. It's not a lot of money compared to Ethereum and how high it can go and low it can go. But when you convert it to dollars, so it's $1,200. And so this is a $2,500 device, and he was selling it for $2,000. Of course, it's already a little older, used and all, but still a good device. And so let's see, what is Stampy saying? using a Microsoft Surface right now. Actually, I believe it's the right one. It's the same. Okay, cool, cool. And so I have the Surface Book too. And so, I was okay with spending 0.03. And so he accepted it. We did the sale. Bam, done. And that's that. So my wallet, my Ethereum wallet, took a hit. 0.3. It was 1/3. And so my wife didn't want me to do it. She was like, "No, because you're spending spending money that you got kind of with just the drawings, and it doesn't feel like work, but it's still work." And I said, "Yeah, I'll make it back somehow." Well, it just so happened that night I put up some other NFTs for sale, NFTs that I had bought from other collections. So I had bought some other NFTs. I have them in my OpenSea wallet. I don't know what you call it, OpenSea account. And I was like, that's cool. I see certain artwork out there, and like, well, I'll buy one of those. And so I had some NFTs, and this one NFT I paid 0.1 for it, and I sold it, and I put it up for sale for 0.5. I said, if somebody wants this, they're gonna have to pay 5, which is half of an Ethereum, right? So if I say all these decimal points, think of pennies. 0.5 is 50 cents, but in Ethereum money, so 5 would be 1,000. Yeah, because that's half. So, anyways, the next day, somebody bought that NFT from a different collection. It had nothing to do with Scully's, but somebody bought that NFT for 0.5, and so then my account had gone down 0.3, and the next day it went back up 0.5, and so I made enough profit from that one sale of the NFT, which people call flipping, and because you buy low and sell high, and I made enough Ethereum out of that sale that it paid for the Surface that I have right here. So why am I bragging about all this? Because I like to talk a lot. What's up, Tamika, in the house? No, the reason why I mention this is because, this is a real economy that people are using today. It's been trending on Twitter for a few days. This one artist, she made $300,000 in the last 10 months. All her NFTs, I can't remember how many NFTs she made. Wasn't a lot. I'm going to say 30.
Think okay, like all things happen. All things and all things end. Do you think this is gonna be a lasting thing, the NFT? Think
I,
this is gonna last, or is it gonna just die hard one year? Just it's over.
I think that's a good discussion to be had. And so let me answer that the way while talking about what I was talking about. And so, which is really the big point of what I'm saying here right now, is that this artist sold $300,000 worth of NFTs, and so the point is that it's a real economy. It's happening. Artists are getting paid and selling artwork at crazy prices. Some artwork is low, some artwork is high, but there's a real commerce happening. Is it going to last? I don't know. I kind of care, but just like that mural that I'm being paid to paint in the next few weeks, is that mural going to last? Is the building owner, and I know this mural is not going to last because it's in a temporary wall that they're going to take down once the construction behind it is over with. So is it going to be, is the mural going to last 2 years or less? I don't know. I mean, it's only good for now while we're living in the moment. What happens later?
And
I don't
you
know.
cash out if it does.
Cash out. Yes.
And you cash out if it don't last.
And that's right. So there you go. So that's why I feel like I want to spend some of my money right now on some of the things that I want, some of the things that I need. You understand? That's why but that's second step. The first step is what do you have to offer in this space? Are you offering anything that anybody is willing to sell to give you money for? And if you're an artist, a creator of some kind, that's the real question you should ask yourself. What am I doing with my art? Where is it going? Who is it paying for it? Paying for it. What can I do to turn my lifestyle into a situation where people hand me money for my art that I want to draw? And so I've already had a 20-year tattoo artist career. I've done that. Is it going to last? Is a person's body going to last? Some people don't take care of themselves. Some people suffer accidents, and the art is gone. And we used to joke whenever you have to give people these forms to sign, come in and get a tattoo. And we used to joke at them and say, on such and such line, it says that I get to keep your skin when you die. And people get freaked out. What are you talking about? And it was a stupid joke. In any case, the art is gone. You put it on somebody's body and it's gone. That's it. You put art on apparel, and that apparel, will it last? Will it won't last? Will people think that it's worth something? There's some memorabilia and merchandise that's 100 years old that people are buying and still spending money on, collectibles and things like that. You have to think about your art and your career and where does this marketplace fit? Does it fit? Are you interested in it? Great. If you're not interested in it, no problem. That's cool. But that's art in general. I know lots of artists who paint and draw for themselves. They're not there putting on art shows and selling artwork. They just do what they do and they have regular jobs. That's great. But if you're an artist who decides that, I want to do something with this art, there's a marketplace right here. Is the
right? Yeah, that's awesome. I'm freezing all my stuff in carbonite, man.
I
It's gonna be here forever. No, you got good points. That's totally awesome.
Right.
It's like if this thing does flop, it's like, can people get their money that they already put into it? Things like that, because things do happen like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A BlackBerry was supposed to be like the phone. Nobody has a BlackBerry right now. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So
A black what?
the BlackBerry phone.
Oh, the
That was
BlackBerry.
yeah, it was the bomb
Right.
when it came out, but now it's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, things happen like that. So it's
Mhm.
like, NFT is the thing right now.
Right.
What if it just flops?
What
You
if
know
it
what I
flops?
mean?
What
And
about it?
something
Yeah.
else pops up.
Right.
Can
Right.
you cash out? Can you get that money you invested in the NFTs? Can you, do your thing with the money that you already invested? You know what I mean? That's the question, the real question.
Right. Right. Well, that's why. So that is a real danger, right? So there's a few rules about it in anything you do, especially when it comes to business that you don't control, a marketplace you don't control. You only put in what you're willing to lose. When I was starting out early this year, I put in money to buy Ethereum, and I think I spent a total of like $800 or $1,200 because I could, but I didn't do it at one time. I think I did like 200 one time, then another 100, then another 400, and then another 400. I had to do the math and look through my account and see how much money I actually put in. But if I lost it, I'd be sad. I could have bought like an iPad with that. But when I did put in the money, it's because if I lost it, it would not hurt my rent or any other bill or expense that I'm responsible for. So you have to be careful about what it is that you're putting in and are you willing to risk it. 20 years ago, I was walking around with this guy. We went to a lot of apparel conferences because he wanted to start an apparel line. He wanted me to be the artist who draws the artwork. And I said, that's cool, but you got to pay me. I don't know how much it's going to sell, and I'm not interested in selling one t-shirt at a time. So he's like, no problem. Let's hang out. We went to a lot of conferences and talked to a lot of people in the apparel business. One thing, this is 20 years ago, one thing they said to him was, if you're going to step into this, you have to be willing to lose $20,000. And so the guy backed down. He did not start that apparel line because he did not feel like investing $20,000 for it failing. He wanted to win, of course. He wants to succeed, but the risk is always there. And so that's in business in general. You're risking your time, you're risking your talent, you're risking some kind of resource, and maybe it pans out and maybe it don't. And so since the beginning of the Scully series, I've always said, this is an experiment. We're going to try it out and see how it goes. You guys can join me and hang out with me, and I can tell you all about it as I'm it. And if it pans out, cool. And pan out means you have a pan going through the water, picking up mud and going like this, and hoping that in the pan is gold left behind. That's where that comes from. And so if it works out, then we end up with some Ethereum in our pocket and possibly something that you can show for the effort. Or if it's all an illusion, then we're just gonna be looking at each other and say, well, that was cool. But that's in business anyway. So only invest or put in what you lose. So I did that. I've been putting and investing my time, investing a lot of my social media resources and getting things organized and spending my time organizing the website and keeping track of a lot of stuff. And so far, it's worked out because of all the hard work that I put into it. I don't know.
Question, Dan.
Yeah.
How much would you have to spend setting up one of your live galleries, to sell your artwork, or go on to like the Peachtree, what is it? The Peachtree Art Show thing? How much would that cost you? How much would you have to invest into that as opposed to what you've invested into putting stuff on Kalamint or the other open seas?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question.
The good old days.
I'm gonna tell you more about that in a second. That's a great question, Bree. Let me break that down.
And the reason why I ask is that can be a comparison for anybody to say, oh, we can do A or we can do B.
Right.
Which one is
right. All right. So let me tell you about my experience, and so I can tell you a lot of that and answer that question. But let me go ahead and touch on what Tanya said. I was told we are on the verge of a new technology coming, and we are going to be part of it. That's it. You have no way out of it. You can't get away from it. It's happening. Just like the internet, social media. People fought the internet when it started. People fought social media when it began. There's no way out of it. You can't get away from it. And then Stampy says, oh, I have a small question. Is Sketchable related? Good. Due to their new update that sort of messed up with the blend tool, I was wondering if you know how to fix it. So Stampy, look, it works for me. Look at the blend tool. It's working, and there is no pixelation. So I don't know what's going on with your settings. And I do talk to a lot of people through Instagram and YouTube about Sketchable. So you have to check your settings and see what is it that's messed up about it that's causing that. Look at the feathering right here, and the roundness, and the way you get there is by clicking on this button right there. Let me go ahead and go there. That button, that icon right there is how do you get to the settings. So here's something related to what Bree is asking. How much do you have to put into it? Depends on how much you want to get out of it. Number one, that's it. Depends on what you're willing to get out of it, or what you want to get out of it. Okay, cool. Sketchable really played me dirty. Oh man. So I made Bree, so she says, because I forgot already, has been at one of my conference. 2012, yeah. Art is King. And it was at a hotel, right? That one that was at the hotel. By the airport. Right, Bree?
Yes, that's right. The whole weekend. From Thursday to...
Yeah, it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Saturday night, we had an art show with a DJ. Friday night, we had a drawing session. Well, my daughter and my wife and my son-in-law, they got face painted. One of the artists there did the face painting. and they were the models. My daughter and her husband were the models. Um, Gilbert Young was there. He was drawing and hanging out with us. On Saturday, we had speakers, different speakers throughout the day. That evening, we had an art show, and my one DJ friend of mine, Osmos, was the DJ. So we had a good time. And then on Sunday was the second day of the conference, and we had more speakers. And halfway through the day, it was over. People went home. Uh, um, not Sandflax, but Binders was our sponsor. So we had a ton of art stuff to give away. And so let me tell you, securing that hotel was not easy. It costs money. Getting sponsors is not easy. It costs money. Getting the banners that we had on the walls, the paperwork, the all the different things, materials and supplies that we needed for that weekend cost money. The food, we actually had AT&T was one of our sponsors. They paid for the food. We bought the alcohol. There actually was a liquor store next to the hotel, so it was real easy to walk over there and get the alcohol. But we had to buy it. Yeah, and Tamika says I was there too. That's right, Tamika was there. That's right.
Oh, Tamika was there.
Yeah, it's been so long that I that's why I don't feel bad. I don't remember talking to you or meeting you, Bree, but it's just like it was so much stuff. And let me tell you, my wife and I, we stayed at the hotel. We stayed there. Garrett said I wasn't
I did
there.
Too.
You did? Okay. We got discounts.
I stayed there too.
Right. Now, let me tell you, you put all that all those expenditures together, and then you only sell a few pieces of art, it does not feel good. I for many years after and the years before it, we were putting on art shows around town. And at the end of the day, the money we were making from selling art nowhere near equaled the money spent, which is one of the main reasons why I always push for sponsors. Have to push for sponsors because they are going to pay for everything up front. If you do it right, you get the right mix of sponsors, they will pay for things up front. And so then at the day of, you don't feel bad about selling art or making money because you know that everything's been paid for. And so everything after that is profit. Well, you start adding all those things up and you start to feel the pressure of selling art. Now you really have to sell the art because that's the only way you're going to get paid. And it's not a good feeling. But I will say this. It by the time I stopped doing it, we weren't making money, but we have enough sponsors that paid for everything so that we weren't coming out the pocket anymore. And we only made a commission from any artwork that sold. Very small. Because I wanted the artists to get the experience of being in the show and selling their artwork. One cool thing about what I was doing was that I always found the space to a venue to lend us the space for them, so we didn't have to pay for the space. And the reason we did it at the hotel for that weekend is because I knew the general manager. I know her to this day, very cool person, of that hotel. And she came to me asking me, hey, Dan, if I give you a day at the hotel, what would you do with it? I said, you're going to give it to me for free? She says, yeah. I said, I need 3 days. Oh, I need more than 1 day. It has to be 3 days. And she said, you got it. I was like, cool. Let's do an event. Let's do a conference. And but by then, her husband, that's who I met her through, the husband. Him and I worked on a lot of other projects way before that, 10 years before that. And so I knew them very well. They knew me very well, and they were very supportive of the work that my wife and I were doing with the arts community. So they were cool with giving me 3 days in a hotel space. Like, that's crazy. We still paid for our own room. We got a room. But the hotel, the space in the hotel was free, and that is nuts for in terms of pricing. I don't know how much money to charge. They never asked me. They never made me sign anything. I never asked them. We just did it. And that has been my process. And when I do shows, and I haven't done shows in a long time now, but where I have to find a venue that is open to open in their space. I had Colony Square, Midtown. You guys are familiar with Atlanta, space, and they opened up their space. Let us do it. And so, if without that part, oh, you got to put up thousands of dollars. And not only do you have to put up thousands of dollars to pay for this venue, you need to pay for insurance. That's one thing we always had to do. Insurance. You have to buy insurance. Putting on a show, opening the doors for people to walk in. That inside space needs to have insurance in case somebody hurt. We had $1 million worth had to pay for, and so it takes a lot of investment, a lot of relationships, a lot of resources, a lot of connections, a lot of building of the brand to put on an event. It can pay off. And Art Beats and Lyrics, they have where my art was in this past weekend on Saturday. They just did a show Saturday at Miami, so my art was there. They've done art shows all over the country. Their main sponsor is Jack Daniels. So the Jack Daniels paying for everything, and providing alcohol and paying for the insurance. So the one show they had here over a year ago here in Atlanta was at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And I was a live artist at that show. And I had my interns with me then. And so we did live art at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta for Art Beats and Lyrics, a event sponsored by Jack Daniels. And so you have to build connections, put together a lot for you to be able to do something that has enough of an impact, and you can say, okay, that's sold. How is that compared to NFT today or digital art, which is where I've been focused for the past 5 or 6 years of my career has been focused on digital art.
Longer than that.
Yeah, well, I've been drawing digitally since Photoshop Illustrator since 2001.
Yeah, we've been doing it longer than that. That's what I'm like,
Right.
Like,
printing,
yeah,
right.
man.
Well, you need the digital art to do the printing.
True.
Right. But at the end of the day, the product is the printing. Whereas for me, at the end of the day, my product is the digital art. And so I focused on that in the last 5-6 years. And if I check Facebook, it'll tell me when. In any case, one of the main reasons for it is that, listen, I already have the computer. I already have the software. I just need electricity and time. That's your investment. Your time. You're going to take away time from your family. You're going to take away time from a job. You're going to take away time from your sleep. You're going to take away time from hanging out and enjoying yourself out in the park, hiking, at the beach, whatever, then invest it in a way where it can pay you back for it. And with digital, I still have that tablet. It's in my bedroom. I started with a small little tablet like this, the Samsung Note 10.1. It's from 2014, and so I had an iPad Mini that my wife did not want anymore. I traded that for that Samsung Note, and the reason why I traded is because the Samsungs came with pens, whereas iPads did not have pens in the beginning. Excuse me. So what I did is I traded it for that Note, and that's my first professional digital drawing. I got paid where you're drawing on the screen. All right. Before that, I've done Photoshop and Illustrator and a bunch of other projects, but this was the first one that I actually drew on the screen with the pen and got paid to do, and it was a book cover. And right after that, I did a second book cover with the same device using an app called Sketchbook. it was it was free. I was using Sketchbook Mobile because it used to have two versions, Sketchbook Mobile and Sketchbook Pro. Now it's just Sketchbook and it's free. But back in the day, the mobile was free and the Pro you had to pay. So I just started with what I had and pushed and so now I'm not spending money on paper, markers, pencils, canvases. I'm not spending on any of those art materials that if you're gonna do an art show event in life, you need a lot of investment. And I participate in lots of shows. I got tons of artwork here in my house. Some of it is mine, some of it is from other artists that I've collected throughout the years. But no matter what the price the artist puts on that artwork, there's some materials cost that you cannot get out of. No way you can get out of buying or paying for canvas that's $100 piece. It's impossible. You have to spend it. You want to have a painting that you can sell for hundreds of dollars, you need to buy $100 canvas. Tamika just was part of a group that unveiled a big mural. Congratulations to me. Huge mural. Check out her page, her Instagram, Tamika the artist. And so, so she also posted some pictures of her at the Home Depot buying the paint. I'm doing a mural. They just finally told us that we can start setting the date for when we're gonna do the mural, because now they have money to pay us. They have it on hand. They're giving us $500 for materials. Like that's just the materials. That's not money for me to have. That's just the materials. And so you have to start thinking about, well, if you have money, some kind of money, and you want to invest in your art, you want to invest in yourself, what path, number one, do you prefer? But number two, which path is going to give you the highest return on investment? That's that ROI, return of investment. So my return of investment on that little device was enough. The next tablet. Then I spent a lot of time at the Microsoft store. I spent a lot of time hanging out with people who connected me, and I ended up doing an event for Microsoft. Tamika was one of those artists I brought on for this event. At the end of the day, I got paid for producing the event, and Tamika and 7 other artists got paid with a device. They got paid with a Surface. So we all walked away with a Surface Pro. That was 2016. So you start building relationships and making connections that are going to give you a return on investment. Think about what's it going to take you to do digital art that I've been investing in for a long time now. What's it going to take for you to invest into NFTs, which is what's popping right now?
Perseverance.
Good answer, Tom. That's necessary in any situation, whether you go digital or traditional, because it's going to take you that constant building of connections, building of relationships, getting to know the art community, getting the art community to know you, so that you can get to that point where people are willing to support you. They're like, yes, I'm down with whatever Bree gonna bring today. Whatever you bring in, Bree, no worries. Here you go. Take all the cash. You got it. Down with that. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of effort and piss. Good answer, Tom. Thank you. And big ups to Tom. And who else we got here? Dimples Love in the house. Word up. Appreciate it. What do you think about that answer, Bree?
That was a good answer. That was a good answer, because that makes people, that sort of answers Odari too, because he was saying, was it worth it? Is it worth it, actually? But I asked the same question when Bitcoin first started. Was, okay, I got Bitcoin. What am I supposed to do with it? Can I cash it in for cash? Or
what's the answer, Tom? Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, Bree, when you get that Bitcoin, you know what you do? You set it and forget it, because after you buy it, you don't have anything you have to do. It's the rest of the world that wants to talk to you about it, and debate and debate and debate. The godsend thing is that you have it and you don't have to talk about it. The number one rule of Bitcoin, there's two rules of Bitcoin. One, go buy some Bitcoin. Two, then go enjoy the rest of your life. Those are the two rules of Bitcoin. And if you got Bitcoin, Bree, you're in a good place, and don't worry about that. Just keep stacking them.
Yeah, yeah. And so that'll be the same thing with each of your crypto type currency.
No, you
got
can't bunch them all together.
Get it,
You
huh?
can't bunch them all together. Bitcoin is more for a store of value, not for like playing with NFTs the way we do on the Ethereum blockchain, for example, right?
Okay.
So people like Dan and myself, maybe or maybe not, we would have bought some Ethereum at some point, right, to add to our portfolio, right? But people like Dan and I and yourself and the people on this call and within our voice, we do art as a function, right? That's our thing. So
Right.
in order to function on that blockchain, we had to go get some Ethereum in our wallet and get a wallet. And when you have a wallet, the one we use is called MetaMask, METAMASK. You can always download the browser version of that to get started, the Chrome version browser, the Chrome browser extension for MetaMask, or you could even download the Firefox. Safari browser does not work, unfortunately, with these technologies you're talking about, Bree. But yeah, Dan and I and other artists like the ones on this call, to get started this year in NFTs, we had to get a wallet, and then we had to convert some cash over to Ethereum. Once we had that, we were able to be ready to mint on pretty much any platform we chose, or you chose in this case. And yeah, it's more of a functional, right? It's more of a functional coin where we're using it to trade, sell, buy, pay fees, where maybe Bitcoin is more buy it and you just store your savings there. Why? Because if we store it in the bank, it's going to lose 2 to 7% a year. If we put it in Bitcoin, thank God, Bitcoin over the last 10 years on average has gone up 170% a year. So, you know, Bitcoin, store your, use it as a savings. And that Ethereum and those Tezos and all those other coins we use on the blockchain, we need them so we can function across the blockchain. And that's why we use those different coins. That was long-winded. I apologize.
No, but I like it. You actually explain things for me now, and I get it. I get it. Because my thing is like, why are we investing in this or either engaging in commerce for a coin that we can't sell, that we can't buy stuff with? And the way you explained it makes sense that it's really not made for commerce as much as it is as a place to save your money and build wealth with it. And
Bitcoin's like a savings account, and a checking account is more like Ethereum.
Right. I get
We're using it daily. You know, you don't use you don't tap into your savings daily. You use what's in your checking account, right? You throw it around, pay bills, buy something, sell something.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense, and so I think that is actually gonna happen once the market catches up, and then you can spend and buy with Ethereum real life things like you can NFTs. But right now, the NFTs is the space where things are being bought and sold for that kind of currency, cryptocurrency, and so on.
Yeah, we'll see it on Amazon. It'll just take time. But in time, yes, Amazon will be able to take our Bitcoin payments and our Ethereum payments and other coins. And it's exciting. I just hope it gets here sooner than later because, man, it'd be nice to go to Amazon and buy some stuff with ETH.
Yeah. And so I don't know if you were here when I told the story about how I bought this device that's in my hands. And it's a Surface Book 2. And I found somebody on Facebook selling it and for cash money. And so I offered them Ethereum, and they accepted. And so
Nice, good trade.
yeah, so we met up, handed him the Ethereum, did the MetaMask thing. I think he's on Coinbase or whatever. And he walked away with his Ethereum. I walked away with the device. And the more people I find that way, it's gonna be beneficial to me because as an NFT artist, I'm selling NFTs and I'm selling them for Ethereum. And now I wanna not just hold on to the Ethereum. I wanna use it when I can for the things that I want. Things that I want.
Similar thing happened today. My skater buddy, who I turned on to NFTs earlier this year, was skating down the street this evening. He's like, Tom, you have any Ethereum you could trade with me? I was like, yeah, I got a little something I could trade with you. And he was like real happy. So it must have made his life easier for whatever reason.
For something,
So,
yes, yeah. Yeah, sure. So yeah, so to me that's like a big a clean explanation of what you said earlier is that
so what can we learn from what we just said though? What we can learn is that when you have these coins, it is totally acceptable and normal in today to make trades with other people. We're going back to the peer-to-peer, right? This is peer-to-peer. When we sell an NFT, it's from the artist that made it directly to the buyer, right? That's peer-to-peer, no middleman. And the same thing when you did your trade-off with the Surface Pro there. You found somebody who had an asset. His asset was the Surface Pro. You had an asset, was a Ethereum coin, and it was a barter system. And those things happen every day. Even though blockchain's hyper digital and super digital, yes, there are still trades where people meet up and trade Ethereum for cash or cash for Ethereum or Bitcoin, whatever someone's needs are.
Peer to peer. So it's really about up to us. It's not about one day walking into the store buying things with Ethereum or Bitcoin. It's really about finding those of us who are all investing in a cryptocurrency that have an idea of its true worth and value, and saying, yeah, I'll trade you a dinner for 0.04 Ethereum.
In the very beginning of Bitcoin, the 2012, 2017 era, if you had a lot of Bitcoin and you wanted to cash out, there were multiple sites where you go and you say, hey, I need this much, blah, blah, blah. And the other guy says, hey, I have Bitcoin, I need that much, blah, blah, blah. And then you would meet up in your town at, they have like safe locations, like they have for trading things on websites. But yeah, and people would meet up and barter the Bitcoin for the cash. That would happen.
Wow.
That was prevalent.
I like it. I like that. I think I'm becoming okay with it. I still think that,
I got a better story. My friend Alex, who founded the NFTS Tips in Clubhouse, he left in June because he had planned his wedding with his wife from Bulgaria.
Oh.
And they had a pretty expensive wedding planned out. He got over to Bulgaria, got there a few weeks early, started, getting everything ready. He'd been traveling back and forth, and he had to start paying for expenses for the wedding. Well, guess what? He couldn't get more than $500 or $700, $800 out of his ATMs in that country, and he had to pay, tens of thousands of dollars. What did he do? Found a Bitcoin machine in Bulgaria. There was 3 of them. Went to the location. There was a phone number on there. He called the phone number for the, whoever services the machine. And the guy that owns the machine answered. And he said, look, I'm paying for my wedding. I have Bitcoin. Could you meet me? I need to. And he said, yes, no problem. And he met him down at the machine. And whatever he needed in cash, he traded him out for Bitcoin. No problem. Both parties happy. My friend was able to pay for all the expenses for his wedding by using the Bitcoin machine in another country.
Yeah. So I think
the credit cards weren't cut.
Yeah, I think that that story is great because it shows that there are some real life applications that where Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is useful. Like that. That's good. Okay, okay, I can dig it.
Up until that day, his wife, who was very supportive, but did not believe, like she was skeptical and did not understand the use of Bitcoin until he was able to liquefy it in the case of the wedding. And then she said, oh my God, yes, we would have never been able to do this any other way.
Very good. I like it. I like it. Well, there you go. One, that is the Ethereum story, the NFT art story that I wanted to share about flipping an NFT. I flipped an NFT um, from this other collection a few weeks ago, and so I made 5 times my money from the money that I spent on that NFT. I made that 5 times over.
On your first flip?
On the first flip, yeah.
Nice job, buddy.
Yeah. And so that offset the cost of what I spent for this device. And there it is. It is a real life, real world live application of, us artists finding a way to get into this market and finding our space, finding our spot. Where do we fit? And building our community, building ourselves, building our talent to the point where you can take advantage of how the world is changing and what is going on in the crypto world. I like it. All right. Thank you, Tom, for all of that info. That's awesome. Good guy right there, Tom. Check him out. Tom LaRock. Moving on to the next thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, yes. Preparation for 2022 artists and weapons hashtag the Sketchyverse. And so that what you're seeing right now is me working in Sketchable. Today is Monday, and we draw with Sketchable on Mondays. And I'm going to go over all the different versions of this. Kicking my beat. Not like what happened, how it worked out. And so I'm finally, last night before I went to bed, it occurred to me what I was doing wrong. And so then I went ahead and started on that today. So let me show you. I know that goes with, boom. So this is denominator. So next year, working on a whole different series, kind of getting ahead of myself, talking about. Gotta know what's mine. So next year I'm working on my Art Life the Game comic and mobile game, but I'm gonna do the NFTs because it will help intersect a lot of things that I want to do. Turn off these layers. There. Off. So this is one of my gorillas. His name is Denominator. I started drawing him a long time ago. Long time ago. 2005. I shut down my tattoo shop. Own a tattoo shop. I quit it, shut it down, and so this gorilla came out of it. But this not this way, not the way it looks right now. It's kind of different. But that's how long I've been working with this character, his denominator. And so what I want to do next year is every Monday I draw a sketchable live on a Monday. Then I want to mint it. So the stuff that I've been paying attention to, Tezos and Kalamint. Tezos and Tom, jump in anytime. Tezos is the currency, cryptocurrency. Kalamint is mint. The artwork. A lot of artists are doing their NFTs in a way where it's easy to purchase and not pay such high gas fees like Ethereum. Even though that hasn't stopped me with dealing with OpenSea and Ethereum this year, I want to try out other next year. So I already bought some Tezos today. So I have my wallet ready. And yes, so Dari, this is denominator, but that's not how denominator really looks. Wait, on denominator really looks more like this. And so that's the art style and body for the mobile game. Been working on a mobile game. And so what I want to do is do a series of drawings with denominator and a bunch of other characters that I have that are part of the Art Life the game, and that's gonna be my Monday drawings. I'm calling them Sketch Together, which reminds me, for those of you who care about POAP, oh snap, I almost forgot my POAP. POAP. Type this app. POAP time. Send me a message here on Discord or on Behance asking me for today's POAP. Show you the POAP in the list. In any case, so what I want to do every Monday, I do a new drawing, I mint it, and somewhere, because there's some people talking to me about another platform, eGold and Elrond, and I have yet to make plans for that. But I'm already planning for Tezos and Kalamint. And so every Monday, you tune in, you're going to check out what I'm drawing, and I'm going to share a POAP. And for the next 6 months, I'm going to start sharing POAPs because, so send me a message through Behance or on Discord or even Instagram, Delta Tango Mike, asking for your POAP. And what's going to happen in between now and June 21st, I'm going to start giving away NFTs, giving away some goodies, and it's going to be, and the only way you can qualify to get one of those 3 things is going to be by the POAP app. Go ahead and pull up the POAP is of attendance picture. Okay, and so this is so it's a picture. It is a picture. If I can, it is dang it. Proof of attendance protocol. And so basically what happens is that you what is that? Here we go. What is that? Here we go.
I hear you.
You hear me? All right, good. I don't know what happened.
And I don't see you, but I see what you're showing.
Okay.
On the screen.
Okay, cool. Yeah, something is up with this. All right, so I have a so this is an image here, and so I'm creating these POAPs, and POAPs is a proof of attendance protocol, and you can collect them. So when I was in Miami, I came across a group of people sharing POAPs on a particular NFT series, the cats. It was something cats. Oh, let's see. How do I get to my? Oh, well, maybe I can pull it up on my phone. But basically, once you attend events, whether they're virtual or in person, those events will start sharing artwork. And that artwork you can later turn into an NFT itself. And you will be one of the few who collected that artwork because you were there at a particular event. It's not well known yet, but here's let me see. Here it is, POAP, the bookmarks of your life. They have a app for iPhone and for Android, and you collect images, and so that you can then later turn into an NFT if you want to. So how? Let me see. So different events that you go to will have different POAPs. There we go. So once you're at that event, you're able to download, add a POAP to your account. Public thing. 1,600 people were able to get one of the POAPs, Halloween Hour. And so I have a POAP to share with all of you. And that is free. This artwork, the artwork. So if you want one of these, you can send me a message here on Behance or on Discord. Oh, there you go. CJ Woods. I already said POAP, please. And so I have a folder. Let me see. Behance stream. Oh, here's a folder. Sketch together POAP. So the links that I'm going to share. So I'm going to share some of these links with those of you who want a POAP. I only have 100 of them to share. So the second POAP goes out to DJ. Gonna need to click on that link and claim that POAP. There it goes. And the only crazy thing, not a link that you can go to and just grab one, is you have to get a individual link that's given to you by the host of that. Oh, that note died. The organizer of the event has to give it to you. That's how that works. So if
I you and the person when we were on POAP.
That's yeah, right. Yes.
Y'all were trying to figure out whether he could send it collectively or individually.
Right. Right, and it's individually.
Mm.
It's individual. It's an individual thing right now. I think it's gonna evolve to do more, and in the future. But right now, because it's free, I think, and so that's gonna cause it's gonna, because it's free, it's gonna ask you for extra work.
What I missed?
Question: do you have to join something specially to get your POAP?
You need to download the app. So let me go ahead and get that app. Go ahead, Tanya.
And then, do you have that digital drawing, that first digital drawing that you did do from that first day?
From the first day of what?
First day you did a digital drawing.
First day of my life.
No.
Oh,
you said you did. You remember doing your first digital drawing on a pad?
Yes.
7 years ago.
Yeah. I have it. Yeah, it's somewhere.
You got to see it one day.
Yeah. I'll show it to you. It's ugly. It's ugly too. Woo-wee. It's super ugly, but they paid me for it. They paid me for it, and so I was super happy, man. I was super happy that I was able to draw something with a device and get paid for it. So it's start where you are, do what you can. That's all right. Let me see what's going on. Be running late. No problem. Okay, cool. Just checking messages right now. People are asking me POAP. So I have to share the POAP link individually. So you have to send me a message so that I can then send you the link to that POAP, because they're individual
because
links.
They're not shareable.
They're not shareable. Yes.
I can't get your POAP link right now and then say, "Oh, Bree, you missed the POAP. Send her the link." It won't work, right?
Right. It has to be.
Everybody has to get an individual link to themselves for their own POAP, correct?
Correct. So right now, this is the POAP. This is the picture of the POAP you're gonna get. It's a sketching and drawing logo, and it says "Sketch Together 001." And every week I'm gonna have 002, 003, 004, and let's see how many you're able to collect. And as time goes on, I'm gonna start giving away some things, including some NFTs. And so you want to get in on this right now as I talk about my drawing and nominators. On the artist, I'm gonna yes, boom, bang. Your message, WAP. Cool. Boom. And those of you who are here and on Behance, on
Discord.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Sorry. I'm going to send you a message. Writing down apps that I'm sharing because that link one time. I need to make a note. That link again. God. Boom. Yeah, you want this. You want this. How's it gonna work out later? I don't know. I haven't figured all that out, but it's important that we prepare. It's important that we prepare. The audio is cutting out. Okay, cool. Let me check on that. Anika, thank you. Oh, sound keeps going out. Thank you. Right. In the Atlanta Olympics, there were lots of uh, memorabilia being sold on the street. Then there was some memorabilia that you could only get from Coca-Cola or the sponsors themselves. That's what Bree just said. So if eventually, when it's happening, you're like, who cares about this? Till later, you're like, whoa, I didn't know I could do this with that. And one thing that happened recently was the domain names. I forget the word name of when people started buying domain names with the name .eth or Ethereum NS domains, and then those who did buy were able to claim something other. So things that at the beginning you don't know how it's gonna work out, but later on it turns to be a good thing that you were there in the beginning.
This year you went to ENS domains in the same way 15 years ago you would have went to GoDaddy to buy your Dan.com or the CreativeGenius.com or this.com. When you're buying your crypto and ETH name, you go to ENS, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam, ENS domains. And those domains for your name, like if you want to get Bree.eth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those domain names right now go for $5 a year. You could buy the domain up to I think 10 or 20 years. And even if you went to the website just once this year and you bought your name, let's say you bought Bree.eth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last month, they gave a gift to everybody that supported them as a platform. So if you just made one $5 purchase, everybody who made a purchase, some of my friends made 30 purchases.
Wow.
Of 30 different names.
Huh.
When you went last month, they gifted everyone who supported their platform and bought one name. If you only bought one name for 1 year, you had 140 coins waiting for you. Nobody knew until a couple minutes later when they looked up the coins what the coins were worth. The coins were, by the end of the day that they gave out these 140 coins, some of my friends got 900 coins. The 140 coins for buying your one domain name for 1 year were worth $8,000 by the end of the day, or $80 a coin. On that day last month, lots of my friends' lives were changed for the season. They were able to catch up. They were able to help their families, help their friends. A lot of my friends came up because that platform gave back $4,000 for believing in them and buying a $5 name. Tell me where that happens in real life or on Web 2.0. I will wait. Go.
And so,
point being, it doesn't happen in real life, but it's happening on the blockchain. It's happening in the NFT community. This is like the third time a platform has given back. And that's why I've been yelling since the beginning of the year that it doesn't matter what you do, but it matters that you get up and get your NFT on the blockchain this year. Get up today, stay up late tonight, and do what you have to do to mint your first piece and get it out there. You have to put your flag in the sand. It's really soft sand. It's not hard at all. You just put your flag down and you're in. Okay? And that's kind of like what I was, that's the reason, because if we all would have gotten in and we all would have bought in our ETH names at the beginning of the year, look at us now. We all would have been sitting lovely for a holiday, right? So these things are happening and it's real, and Dan, myself, and others here are all witnessing it, and it's exciting to hear you talk about it, Dan.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Tom, for spearheading this the knowledge, the finding of the knowledge that you can come back and share with us, because man, I'm still learning more and more every day. Every day there's something else that little detail that adds on. And you need a community of people to help you navigate. Thank you, Tom, for handling that part. There you go. So everybody who asked for a POAP, got a POAP. If you are on YouTube, send me a message. I will respond. If you message me on Instagram, let me see. Somebody said, I'm on this. Okay. And
I Twitter paid it you.
Your Twitter page at me?
Yeah, I Twitter paid it you.
All right, cool.
Was anybody else thinking Bambi when she said Twitter paid it, or was it just me?
Oh, I see it. You're so crazy. I want a POAP. That's right. I see it. Thank you, Bree. But I sent you one already here on the. I sent it. Yes, I did.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. So there it is. So every week I am going to be giving away a POAP. If you are watching this live, then you get a POAP. If you're watching this on the replay, you can ask for a POAP if I still have them, because they're gonna be they're limited to 100. I said, and the link is only good for 24 hours, something like that. So there you go. I was out for a hot second. Stampy Wolf, send me a message, Instagram, Twitter, or Behance. Somebody's message on Facebook. Word. And Tamika, I'm glad you checked, Tamika. I was gonna tell you, please check your Ethereum wallet, because I paid out to collaborating artists. I paid out Ethereum this past weekend. I've been working. I've been working on this stuff. You get a POAP. You get a POAP. All 100 of you get a POAP, says Anika. All right.
That's what I was waiting on you to say, Dan.
There you go.
I was waiting on you to do your Oprah Winfrey thing.
Everybody gets a POAP.
Hey Dan, I got an idea that might work for the community. On another sale, or if an artist wanted, right? And it would cost nothing in gas. Is if you started your Tezos wallet, right? Because there's all these other sites that artists can mint on for absolutely free, or like 12 cents on the dollar, right? And Tezos would be a coin that would be great for our community. If everybody had a Tezos wallet and Ethereum wallet, they could then mint on Hicknock, on Kalamint, and on a few other leading platforms. So it's just something to think about. And if you paid them out with Tez, right?
Oh,
Then there would be no fee in actually transferring that money.
I see. So, okay. So going forward.
So like when I just started, the first thing in February I needed was Ethereum. That was by far what I needed. So I got my wallet and I got Ethereum in my wallet, right? But by like the third month, I saw everybody's having fun on these other platforms, and I didn't even have the wallet. So I downloaded the wallet, and then someone's like, "Oh, Tom, I'll send you one was it Mana or Tezos? And with that one, you'll be able to mint hundreds of things with that one coin." And I think the coin at the time was worth like $2 or 50 cents or something like that. I can't remember. And
Right.
for that one coin, I was able to, I still have like most of that one coin's money left because it was costing 0.00012 instead of like $100 on Ethereum. So it's just an option, and it's a next advancement. But yeah, we could do it for next year if that works better.
That's cool. No, I like that. So that's a good idea. And if all the artists are listening, if you want to get paid in Tezos, so that you can take advantage of the next platform, let me know.
Download your Temple, Temple, Temple
app.
Browser extension. So if you're on Chrome, you're going to download the Temple Chrome extension, the Temple wallet, the little yellow T, I believe. And if you're on Firefox, you'll also want to download the Temple wallet Firefox extension.
There you go.
And again, it doesn't work on Safari, only on browsers like Chrome, Firefox, or Brave.
What I would like is if they had an app like MetaMask, because then I can also check on things.
In due time.
I. Golden Bliss in the house says, add a Solana wallet. I gotta do one thing at a time, bros. But Solana.
That would be the Penguin wallet. Oh no, is that a Soul wallet or a Penguin? I can't remember. There's so many wallets.
Mm-hmm.
But that's correct. Golden Rose, that's a great suggestion. That's an equal suggestion to the Tezos wallet. Because now, yes, we're coming out of the first year where NFTs exploded and Ethereum by far was the blockchain of choice. But in the last 3 months, we've seen how high the prices on Ethereum have been to do business in the form of gas fees, almost making it impossible. So artists are finally taking advantage of these level 2 solutions like Solana and Tezos and maybe even Cardano. And yeah, they all get their own wallet. But this is where we're going to see a lot of experimentation over the next days and weeks. You're going to see a lot of artists that you know experimenting with their new collections on these new platforms. And I think because the fees are so high on Ethereum, it's a great time to support those artists and support those platforms by putting up collections on them.
So, so Golden Rose says, get the Phantom wallet for Solana. You know, it'd be nice if currencies, cryptocurrencies.
Coinbase is a centralized wallet. If Coinbase goes down, there goes your money for the day, Dan.
Okay, what's the other one?
You're not getting that money until Coinbase comes back up.
I see.
If you're trading NFTs like hotcakes that day and Coinbase says, hey, you know what? Everyone's trading like hotcakes. We're going to slow this down. We're going to put a little thing. You can't buy or sell. Then that's a centralized wallet.
Never mind.
There we go. Okay.
There's some.
I want to be the person who does the gas Bump everything else. Let me be the gas person.
For that, you need the mining rigs. You can do that. Put your iPad to mine some Ethereum.
Man.
Okay, so Phantom Wallet.
There's another one I wanted to ask y'all about is Minted. Have y'all seen that one? Mm-hmm.
Can't say I have. Golden Rose, check your Instagram messages or your POAP. No, but we can look it up. It's called Minted.
Yes.
Uh,
I think it's MINTD.
oh,
I think.
Minted box. Luxury. Nah, you're gonna have to find. But
It's supposed to be something. Seems like it's
like
Etsy.
What? Oh,
but you mint your product, whether real or digital.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, Minted. Yeah, it's like products. I don't think out, but if you find the link there with the. All right, so let's see. We talked about the Tezos, Kalamint, and this artwork. Okay, so for next year, and even though there's a lot of opportunity and options, and I am gonna take that Solana advice, and there's another crypto that I was thinking about, and now I'm gonna work in Kalamint with Tezos. That's where I'm going next. And
we're gonna get the CEO of Kalamint to get involved in the project, and yeah, we're gonna do it big.
Let's do it.
We're doing it big.
That's it. Because every week I'm gonna be working on a drawing, and every week I'm going to mint it. The artwork is gonna be done all in Sketchable, and so this is my gorilla. And so my gorilla, I decided that I wanted to create a new drawing of my gorilla that I was gonna dress up, and it's gonna be finished to mint it on Kalamint. The whole series is called Artist and Weapons. It's also another hashtag I'm gonna use is called the Sketchyverse. And so this is the gorilla. When I first drew this gorilla, I wasn't happy. I drew it again. Kind of came out okay, but somebody said that's a caveman, and it does have a big caveman look to it. So I wasn't happy with that. So I drew it again.
And he's naked.
He is naked. That's correct. Yeah. He doesn't believe in clothing. I changed the arm, and I put a pencil on his arm. Let's see where we go. There we go. We got a lot of layers here. Then let's see. I started changing the head. I started to fix the head. I didn't like that either. There's the head. And I got caught up in the details of this character, so much so that I lost track of what I was doing. And that hurt me because by the time I got to the end of the drawing, it was not a good drawing, which is why I brought my guy over and said, there's something about this drawing that is not part of the other drawings, even though this one, it was like a little bit more inspired versus the other one, I was trying to force it. So I went in and pulled out one of my old sketches. I brought it in here, and I was like, yeah, this is closer to what I have in mind. And so let's go ahead and make it smaller. So now I kind of put some pants on them, but something was still way off. And so I was working on this all the way till last night. And last night I was still not happy. It was not coming out. So I drew another sketch over that one. I was still not happy. I drew another sketch over that one. It is still not happy. I drew another sketch over that one. It's like, no, there's something all the way not right. But I kept on drawing. So I got to this point, and I was like, this is more of the body type. This is the body type that I need, because it has to be cartoony. It has to be a gorilla, but more of a human form. And so then I started the body, and I added some gear. And I was like, this is good. Putting some clothes on it, just like Bree said he's naked. I don't want him to be naked. I did a frame around him, and I got to this point. I said, yeah, this is it. I went ahead and did another sketch. I cleaned up the sketch. I was like, this is all right. This is kind of closer to the idea of what I have over here. I'm going to show you this other drawing that I did. And inspired by a pose that I drew when Tamika was live. So this is one of Tamika's poses that I brought in here, and I did a character that I'm going to mint next year. They're all artwork that I'm gonna mint next year. So so the
I
way.
got a creative idea to add to that.
Go ahead.
Our friend in the NFT community, Dr. Cyan Proctor, she is a civilian who flew in the last SpaceX mission. She is our only friend that is in the NFT space daily, talking with everyone. And she is the only astronaut that went into the galaxy that I know of. So maybe we could do a likeness of her at some point and tie it into space, NASA, SpaceX. I think there might be something there.
I like it. That's good. That's good. I like that idea. Definitely tie it into real life people, or build those relationships so that your art is connected to it makes a bigger impact. So thank you, Tamika. She says nice sketch. And so when I drew this, I was kind of relaxed. And when I was drawing my gorilla, I was too tense. I was like, this is not coming out. So I got to this point last night. It was like 3 in the morning. I went to bed. As soon as I got into bed, I realized what I needed to do to this. Oh, so this morning I got up and I sketched it here on my notebook. One of my notebooks as I'm working on. I said, this is what I need right here. This. Not the pose that it's similar pose, but it's not the right body. So here's where my drawing continued. I'm gonna turn down this layer, turn on this. Bam! Now we have like a strong gorilla, hunched over. He's gotta be like built, like really huge. And I'm able to get the arm down there on one side. We have an arm on this side. Let me see. Bam. So now my arm is really here. You know, I got a hunched over body, got the head right there. Bam. And maybe I twist the pencil a little bit to the right. And so now it's a little bit more dynamic. I still want to do something else with the arm. I kind of, the arm feels a little stiff. You know, and stuff. And so this is my process for working with my characters to get the kind of pose that I want. That I'm gonna make a full drawing of it, and I mint it. And what my goal is, we'll see how it goes. Take a long time to draw stuff. My goal is to have finished artwork like this. Is what I want. This is one of my drawings that I did last year. Middle of last year, Sketchable commissioned me to do a drawing that they share. Anytime you download Sketchable, you're going to get these drawings. And as part of the first journal, download Sketchable. So I drew this in Sketchable, used every tool possible, every technique I knew how to do. I went in with different tools to get all these different textures in here, and bam. Except this one looks pixelated a lot because this is a flat image that came with the app, whereas the original is not pixelated at all. I guess you never get to that pixelated point because it stretches out and then it stops, and it still is sharp and clean. So that is my goal for 2022, and I call it. And so the whole project started as a Draw Daily Part 2, meaning Draw Daily Part 1 is my series of drawings that I did in year 2017. 2017, I did a bunch of drawings with Sketchable. Daily 20. Yes, because I changed the name. All right, hold on. Type it. I know I have it. And my website that has my blog post. Here's my blog post from 2017. And that when I did 365 drawings. So I drew every day. And in Sketchable. I told my wife I was going to do 365 drawings. Crazy. Focus on one a week or something. True, because if I want to go all crazy like I did that Alpha creates, then I'm going to need more time than one day. I got other stuff to do. So let me find some. That looks like Tom right there. Looks like Tom and I mixed our faces. He's a warrior because he got his. Anyways, I did a ton of drawings. They dominated Villa. And so what I did is I went back to my 2017 Instagram that I abandoned 4 years ago. And now it's called the Sketchy. I haven't been able to change the name right here, Draw Daily 20. Because telling me. So here's the gorilla. I just showed you a second. And I just posted on it. So now I'm going to add the gorilla. Once I have a cleaner sketch, this is where I'm going to start sharing my sketches from every Monday, starting 2. And one thing that one reason why I'm doing all of this way is because when we look at this, any space, any industry, any art industry, you can't just post artwork out there and say somebody buy it. What you need to do is build community, build momentum, and share enough information about what you're doing to inspire others to want to connect with you. I think that Tom called that provenance. I forget exactly what some of these words mean. In any case,
I said perseverance.
Perseverance. That's what you said
earlier.
Right.
The ability under all situations to push through.
Exactly. But when it comes to NFTs, there was a word you used to use a lot, and it was provenance.
Yeah, the story of the history of the work, where the work came from, how can you follow it back in time to the original?
There you go. And so it's a story. You have to build a story around it. So if I was just to start minting NFTs in Kalamint and just throw it up there, somebody might buy it, but how is anybody going to know it exists? How is anybody going to be able to connect with it unless I build a story around it? And so when I started the Scully series, and I told Tom, I have the idea of what I want to do for NFTs. It's the Scullys. And Tom said, okay, that's cool. And then Tom shared a ton of links with me and said, now that you know that what inspired you to do this, now you need to know the business side of it. And he shared a ton of links with me, and I was like, what? I had homework to do. And so I had to research other collections, other NFT collections, and get a sense of how they organize their information, how they organize their community connections and engagement to make people care about the artwork making the piece. And so that's when I had to pull a lot of information out of my brain. That's easy for me to talk. I can talk all day. You gotta write it down, put it together on a website, put it together in a way that it makes sense for people, and then share it. And to me, my way of sharing is not through Clubhouse, but through the streams. It's through the stickers. It's through my process. It's through sharing and documenting my work. That is my way of showing where the work came from, what's inspired by, why should anybody care about it, And so this way of setting up the Instagram, setting up the hashtags, working with Sketchable, saying we're gonna draw this all in Sketchable, and from here in Sketchable, it's going to get minted in Kalamint, and we're gonna use Tezos. This is my whole bringing it all in together and saying this is the project. Welcome, come on for the ride and see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. And before I really go crazy on this in 2022, which we have 3 weeks, I have to finish all the Scullies. I have to knock out those Scullies. Those Scullies need to be done. That conversation is never going away. That's part of life. Scullies are still going to continue to live, and I'm still going to make the work happen to the Scullies. So there you go. That is an introduction to all of this. Mitch is in the house. Word up, Mitch. Thank you for coming through. Last couple of things I want to say is 2022 calendars are coming. Please check out, let me see that. I will share the link again in Instagram, Twitter on the Scully Series profiles where, and if you check out the blog for Scully Series, you'll see instructions on how you can vote for your favorite Scully to be added to the 12-month calendar. And I'm going to check on the printing costs for 18-month calendar. You vote for your favorite Scully by posting and sharing that Scully so that we can decide, take those votes and see which ones we can put in on the calendar so that you can order your calendar. Try to find a way to make it really, really cheap. It's not about making money. This is not about profit. This is about putting together the artwork that we all created past few months. Scully Series, putting it all together in one place, and we can all have a piece by ordering a calendar. So Scullies, there goes the blog, there goes the calendar, Scully calendar voting. Let me grab that link right now. Copy, put it in the chat. Bam. Fact. Boom. So that way, when you, this is ugly. I know this is ugly. I was just doing that as a mock-up, ugly mock-up. But here are two of the Scullies, and what a calendar would be like. A calendar wall, and it has a Scully. Not so much about the calendar and keeping track of your dates. It's about when you have a calendar. I calendars all the time. Have a calendar, right? You just tear up the pages and you have posters. You have little posters of Scullies. So here are the instructions on how you pick your favorite Scully. There's the link. And you can save the image, download the image from that page. Find the Scully you like. Boom. Say, I like this Scully. Problem, just save that image. Or device, if you're a mobile device, then post it on Instagram or Twitter with a hashtag that says Scully Series calendar pick. Boom. And tell us which month that Scully should be in. That way, I know where that Scully belongs if we decide to select that Scully. We have room. That's why I'm thinking about 18 months instead of 12. Because there's a lot of great Scullies in the mix, man. Oof. I like them all. And I want them to be calendar. So that's one cool way that we can all get in on the Scully series. You have to buy a Scully if you don't want. But like Tom said, you better get in when you can while the ground is still soft. Are these NFTs? Yes, Mural. These are NFTs. Go to Scully Series .art. That's the website, and you'll find a lot of information on the Scullies. That is the NFT series I've been working on the past months. I started promoting them August, and then in September 22nd, the first Scully dropped, and so September, So October, November, and December, November. That's it. It's only been 2.5 months of actually having the Scullies out. I haven't invented. So yeah, you want to check that out. There it is. Are the tour getting from percentage of the sales? Check it out. Scully series. OpenSea. See all the Scullies. Far 65 Scullies are already on OpenSea. 27 owners, and there's more Scullies being minted every day as I work through them. I can only go as fast as I can. Right? I'm on it. All right, that's everything. That covers everything that I wanted to talk about today. I hope that you found some of the information today helpful. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for joining me. Think about what you want to do with your art. You don't have to do what I do, but you can come and hang out and learn about my process so that maybe you learn something from it, and we can all benefit as we share this information. All right. Now, Mitch, I need to say a POAP link. So if anybody still wants a POAP link, let me know. Yeah. POAP, go ahead and get it, download it, and about it. Just check out the website, download the app, POAP.xyz. That's crazy. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Check out the links in the description of this video. The streaming Takeover series, digital art with Sketchable app and Fresco with me Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. Starting this week, all my streams are at 7 p.m. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays with Tamika the artist. Fridays are in the weekends with Odari Art. Check him out. The link video. Join the Discord. It's free to join. Come and hang out together. All right, come and hang out. And Stampy, if you want to come through the Discord and we can spend more time with Sketchable, please let me know. And it doesn't have to be tonight. It can be tonight. If you want me to. I am going to speak some Scully business. Talk about the music that in the intro and on the end credits is made by Tom LaRock. Check him out on Twitter or Instagram. Tom_Rock on Twitter. And the video that you saw in the introduction by 7/8. Check out. I forget. Yes, create the art that only you can bring to life. All right. Cool. So let me know what you want to do with your art. Thank you very much. Thank you, CJ, Bliss, Tamika, the artist. Word up, Anika. Everybody gets a POAP tonight. Gareth, I'm the artist. Asset Topo, what's up? Thank you for all the comments, suggestions here in chat. Odari, the house, word up. Everybody should have got a message with a POAP link. Peace from New Zealand. I'll be researching your channel. Cheers. Yes, Monroe, and feel free to join us in Discord. Bam. All right, y'all. Thank you very much. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you soon. I'll see you Wednesday at 7 p.m. or here on Discord, hanging out with Oscar, Odari, Tom, Mitch, CJ, Dimples Love, Garrett, Bree, and the Art School Tourist. Word, Art School Tourist. POAP. Boom. And I think I did this. Boom. TM. Talk to y'all later.